Hey guys, more news on the Warriors soon. First of all, don't forget to subscribe and like. There are rumors that the Lauri Markkanen trade with the Warriors could start with Brandon Podziemski. Utah Jazz management has always been clear that they want to keep Markkanen as part of the team's core moving forward. However, the 27-year-old All-Star forward is in the prime of his career and doesn't fit well into the Jazz's rebuilding timeline. The league expects Markkanen to be traded next year. The Warriors had hoped to make the trade this summer, but the Utah Jazz are holding out a high price, and the disagreement seems to revolve around Podziemski. According to Shams Charania of The Athletic, the Warriors have been the most engaged team with Markkanen in recent weeks. They have discussed a proposal that included Moses Moody, multiple first-round picks, multiple pick swaps, and second-round picks. However, the Jazz asked for most of the Warriors' young talent, including Moody, Jonathan Kuminga, and Podziemski, along with the picks, which the Warriors considered too much. League sources said Utah understands the Warriors would never give up on Kuminga and Podziemski, and Charania mentioned on SiriusXM NBA radio that the Jazz's focus was on Podziemski, plus the top 3 picks and a few trades, a price that was still too high for the Warriors. They wanted to add Markkanen to Kuminga and Podziemski, along with Stephen Curry, to form a competitive team at the top of the West. August 6th is important because that's when the Utah Jazz can offer Markkanen a contract extension, and he would need to sign it to be eligible for trade before the February deadline. There is a 6-month moratorium on trading a player after he signs a contract extension. League sources indicate that the Jazz will likely offer Markkanen an extension on August 6th, and trade talk will subside by the deadline, keeping Markkanen through next season. However, that could change in the coming weeks. Additionally, the Golden State Warriors rejected a trade offer from the Chicago Bulls that would have included Chris Paul and Andrew Wiggins for Zach LaVine. The Warriors' decision not to pursue that trade was seen as a wise one, as the Bulls have yet to find a buyer for LaVine. The lack of interest in LaVine and Nikola Vucevic on the trade market reinforces the idea that the Warriors made the right decision. Regarding the Warriors-Jazz trade talks, Shams Charania stated that the Jazz do not want to part with Markkanen unless they receive a substantial package, including Podziemski and multiple first- and second-round picks. The Jazz appear comfortable with keeping Markkanen and may consider other interested teams in the future. Finally, there is speculation about possible trades involving Julius Randle from the New York Knicks, which could interest the Warriors. Colin Sexton will be sent to Utah, while Miles McBride and Moses Moody, as well as Andrew Wiggins, will go to Golden State. In return, the Golden State Warriors will receive Julius Randle and Jericho Sims. Since July 15th, the Utah Jazz have been one of the few teams with significant cap space and are looking to make the most of it. Acquiring assets or young players from the Nets and absorbing Wiggins' contract are ways to use that space. The Golden State Warriors have a few first- and second-round picks to offer as an incentive, as well as young players like Tracy Jackson-Davis, Moses Moody, and Brandon Podziemski. However, they would also need to use some of those picks to convince the New York Knicks to release players like Walker Kessler and Kevin Looney, providing the team with multiple safety options. The Knicks enter the 2024-2025 season with Mitchell Robinson, who missed 50 games last year due to an ankle injury, as their starting center. Looney has playoff experience, and Kessler is a young talent under the team's control for potentially 7 more years. Why would the Knicks trade Randle? Julius Randle was the face of New York basketball before Jalen Brunson arrived. Randle has missed time in consecutive postseasons due to injuries and is now up for a contract extension effective August 3rd. With the acquisitions of OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, the Knicks now have plenty of starters. Dante DiVincenzo, who broke the franchise record for most three-pointers made in a season last year, will likely be benched. A Randle-Mitchell-Robinson combination on the court has not been very successful in various iterations since 2019. In 1,140 possessions with the duo on the court last season, New York outscored opponents by 2.3 points per 100 possessions. However, in 2,148 possessions with Randle on the court and Robinson off, that number ballooned to 9 points per 100 possessions. Part of that is due to spacing issues, as Robinson never attempted a three-pointer and Randle's inside game requires 4 shooters on the court at all times. Steve Kerr has spoken about the possibility of benching Joel Embiid, mentioning that he will continue to experiment with Team USA's lineup. He praised Embiid but noted that the team needs time to find the best combinations, especially with bigs like Anthony Davis also excelling. In Team USA's final exhibition game against Australia, Anthony Davis scored 17 points, grabbed 14 rebounds, added 1 assist, made 1 steal and 2 blocks in 18 minutes. Meanwhile, Joel Embiid had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist and 2 steals in 16 minutes. Davis stood out and could be a starter in the Olympics. The Warriors have faced challenges in the Summer League, with players like young center Quinton Post dealing with injuries. Post is expected to make his debut in the final 2 Summer League games, and his return could be crucial to Golden State's center rotation. As for the trade talks involving Lauri Markkanen, the Utah Jazz are demanding a lot from the Warriors. Shams Charania reports that Golden State has offered Moses Moody future draft picks and pick swaps, but the Jazz want more, including Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski. Negotiations appear to be at an impasse at the moment. Additionally, there have been rumors that the Warriors could be interested in Julius Randle from the New York Knicks, especially considering their need for depth at the center position. Finally, Ben Simmons responded to Stephen A. Smith's comments about his injuries, highlighting the complexity of his situation. Let us know your thoughts on the Lauri Markkanen situation in the comments.